Today's episode is all about the ultimate recovery tools unveiled, such as cryotherapy, infrared sauna, compression, red light therapy, and even more. The reason I wanted to do this episode was because I've heard of all these different recovery tools, and it's a subjective, personal process of what speaks to you. And so, one of the tools that has really helped me on my journey is an infrared sauna. When my friend mentioned that she was going to iCryo, I had heard from a few different resources, and I knew it was time to give it a shot. I want to be honest and upfront about my review of these services because nothing's worse than spending money on something that you don't feel like is helping your healing, growth, or recovery. I had an experience at one of the float places last year, and while I can see many people would enjoy something like that, I could also see a lot of other people not enjoying a service of that demeanor. If you're someone that gets claustrophobic or just doesn't like being in enclosed spaces, that is not going to be something for you. For me personally, I have some issues with my inner ear, and even though I brought my special earplugs so that the salt water did not get in my ears, unfortunately, some did get into my ears, and it was a very painful experience. And so when you're going to experience something that you're not really sure if it's right for you or not, this is why I want to do videos like this, is so I can talk you through the experience. And if it sounds like it's something that you want to try, then I love it. If it's something that you weren't sure about and I give you my experience and it feels a little too resonant, then that would be your sign not to do it. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And I'm going to dive into my experience. And then I have the pleasure of speaking with Matt, the owner of iCryo in the Triangle here in Raleigh, North Carolina. And he gives us the scientific and background of these tools and why they may help you in the process of recovery. Welcome to this episode all about the ultimate recovery tools unveiled. I love all things that help someone on their healing journey. And this is a place that can be considered for your mind, body, and soul. It's a little bit more of the fast track to recovery, which I like in the sense so many people are in this world of always on the move. And I still find it really important for us to be able to give time for healing and space around our mind, body, and soul. Why I wanted to go here is because I have a special love for the infrared sauna. The sauna for me is just a place where I can really feel from the inside out my body detoxing. It was such a huge tool in my recovery from hormone issues and mold in my house, and I don't think I would be here where I am today without it. It was something that I had to let go of my practice because of the pandemic, and so to know that there's a place right around the corner from me that I can go to help when I want to go through and detox. But I want to give you a little glimpse of what it's like for me. There is no comparison between a normal sauna or a traditional sauna versus an infrared sauna. It feels very different for me. The experience in a traditional sauna feels a little bit more suffocating. When I'm in an infrared sauna, I honestly feel like it's cleansing my body from the inside out. I feel so good when I get out of it. It is one of those things that, of course, the last few minutes of while you're in there may be more heightened, not as pleasurable. The first 10 minutes are pleasurable for me. But again, everybody's experience in something like that's going to be different. I can see why some people may write off the idea of a sauna if they have tried a traditional one, because that one doesn't really feel that great to me. I do like the idea of a sauna or a steam room to help us sweat out our toxins. If I were to add infrared sauna in my cyclical self-care, I would add this into the luteal phase. That's a really great time for you to sweat it out. Get all those toxins, anything you don't need before you go into menstruation. I would highly recommend the infrared sauna with this. I'm not a doctor or a nurse, but this is my personal recommendation if you're looking to align this with your cycle. The next thing I'm going to touch on is the red light therapy. The red light therapy is similar to the idea of the infrared sauna. You just might not feel anything physically while you're experiencing it. It has the feeling of a tanning bed, but of course, it's not harming you like a tanning bed would. It's actually helping you. This is a place where you can just lay down, rest, relax, and shut down your minds. I have a red light therapy face mask that I love to do. It feels very rejuvenating, and that's how I feel about the whole body. It's a whole nother experience. If I were to add this to my cyclical toolkit, I would probably add this in menstruation because it is a time to really lay down and allow ourselves to fully rejuvenate. You don't bring a book or a phone in there. You just let your mind, body, and soul just rest. Next up, I'm going to talk about the compression. That feels really good. I'm someone that really retains a lot of water in my legs. Having something that's like a massage, but you can just kind of sit there and read, lay back, and relax. I have done it in my legs and my hips. It's a time where you can engage in your phone or a book or even watch TV. So it would be up to you if you really wanted to use it as a time to rest and rejuvenate. You'd probably want to bring headphones or something so that you could be on your own. It's just nice to kick back and relax in the way that feels most nourishing to you. I know they have other options, but I will most likely stick with the legs and the hips anytime I go. If I were to add this to my cyclical toolkit, I would probably add it in my spring. It's a way to kind of get the circulation going in my body for my metabolism to start working. But again, I think it's finding what fits you in the phase that you're experiencing and what resonates for you. The last thing I experienced was the cryotherapy. It was something that I knew going there I was going to try. It's definitely out of my comfort zone. So when you go, you have to put on certain clothes. It's socks, gloves, there's a mask. You get to pick a song that will play while you're in there. I picked like a spa-like song. I was trying to use my meditative state to go in. Afterwards, a couple people were like, no, you need like uplifting music to get you going. I will say both times that I tried it, my temperature had at least a 45-degree drop. And I think normal or what you aim for is 30. So I guess there's something to be said that standing still will help. It is cold. It is something that you have to prepare yourself mentally for because you are going in a very cold chamber. I did stand still. My temperature dropped a lot. I am thankful for the lights on the sides that kind of show you your progress because I want to see how much longer that I have to go. It feels so good after you have accomplished it. It is something that I don't know if I could go there and not experience because it does have a huge impact. Matt talks about how his sleep has dramatically improved. And I can tell you, when I experience these tools, my sleep is so good. It's so deep. I feel rejuvenated. And so this is why I'm bringing these tools to you guys so that you can see maybe which one speaks to you. And so if I were to use cryotherapy with my cycle toolkit, I would use it in summer. Just think like you want that cooling effect to kind of help rejuvenate you. I think that would be a really good thing during the summer or ovulation phase. Again, I'm not a doctor, so if this is something you want actual medical advice, not the case here. It's just more on what I experience and how it makes me feel. So I just wanted to walk you through the process that I had going to experience these awesome recovery tools. Stay tuned for the actual science and the reason behind all these things and how they can help you.